Welcome to LKN Connect People in the Know. I'm Margi Kyle, and today I have a very special person you're going to love getting to know. Shazna Jai, you're a Feng Shui artist, expert. You're into essential oils. You're an author. You've just moved here, and
Yep.
already people have written me and said you have to meet Shayna.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So sweet.
So I figured that you were somebody I had to get on this program because not everybody knows about feng shui. I love it. And through
Yeah.
my design practice, um, I would do my design. And before we made any financial changes, I would call in my friend who was a feng shui expert to
Yeah.
make sure I was going in the right direction.
Oh, that's
Because you're all
beautiful.
about energy and balance and
Yeah, I mean, pretty and beautiful is beautiful. And that's great. And the thing is does it really collect energy or does it help move energy?
yeah.
And that's what I do is I help people move the energy. So when like some homes are very spacious and open, and other homes are very cluttered and contained, I would say, you know. And so I try to show people, well, I don't try, I actually do show people how the energy will move if they just move an object from here to there.
That's right.
Or if they, help an energy move by taking a vacant space and putting a plant in there or a light in there, and then the
Yes.
energy helps to
Yeah.
move around the whole. But then if it gets stuck in another corner, then we gotta, we move that corner and, but normally people won't see that in their homes. And so that's what feng shui is. It's bringing in the elements of nature and putting them in your home so your home actually supports you and your decisions, your choices, your goals, your relationships, your sleeping patterns, your health, and your prosperity. And just by moving a couple of objects here and there, and
It's amazing how it can
it
change. And the five elements are earth, metal, wind, water, and fire.
correct.
Yeah. I love lighting. Lighting was one of my expertise
Me
because I
too.
love lighting coming from the floor up,
Oh,
behind a plant that just creates that shadow and that mystique and
hmm,
fills the room with warmth, light, energy,
exactly.
and
Yeah,
greenery. And in a dead little
exactly.
corner where there's nothing going on. That usually
Yeah.
was the first thing that I would do and suggest.
Is put the lighting, change the
Yeah,
lighting. Yeah, absolutely. I just worked with somebody last week who had many dark areas. So where the windows were, it was really light, but then you walk into interiors of the home and it got dark, and then it would
yeah,
get light again and then dark again. I was like, I think the energy's slowing down, in this long hallway. And so I said, just flip on the light during the day
that's
in the
right.
hallway.
Yes,
Just keep the energy moving because even though I understand you want to save electricity, you put a better light bulb in there. But the point is that you're working in your home, so you want your energy to keep supporting you
that's right.
all day long. Yeah,
Or light a candle if you're that freaked out about energy.
that's
Use
true.
some
Like
candles. Yeah.
exactly. Or we can use these now lights that go on when you move, motion lights.
Yes.
Although they do go off, so that's maybe not the best solution, but yeah.
Yeah. It was so interesting. And I blurred my background because when you first came on, I said, I know I've got too much clutter in here. And I do because it's my space that only I see.
Uh-huh.
And I can go back and look at all the places I've been and what I've done. And it feels good to me, but I understand to other people walking in here, I wouldn't do it.
Well, but see, that was an interior designer expert comment.
Okay.
Because in feng shui, we don't really care what other people think. No, honestly, I'm here to support people to live in their highest and best. So their home is supporting them. Now, I totally understand the thought pattern, in interior design, that's very important because you're serving yourself and the beauty that you love to see and the way you love to see it. And then when others come and they compliment you, and that's it. But when I work with people, it's a little bit different. I want to empower their life to take off. So
Okay.
when the energy is working in their home, it literally supports you like your home is backing you up in your life. And you can rely on it because when you leave, you're leaving with your goals in mind for the day and all like that. And after you've done your day and you come home and you're like a little bit tired, maybe, you did your whole day and you come home and your home relaxes you, takes the stress away. So it's a little bit different thinking, but definitely goes together well.
Well, and I think it depends on where you are in your life.
I think that's probably true.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm 83.
You are beautiful, 83. What an example.
I want to see and I want to enjoy my accomplishments. When I was younger, it was a different story because I was still trying to achieve. So I
Yeah.
think it a little bit has to do with the ages and stages of where we are in our life's journey.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, anywhere you are in your life is going to happen for you.
Yes.
So you just take advantage of it or not. It doesn't matter. You don't have to. But for the people that want to have, the support and feeling backed up and encouraged and inspired even, I
Yes.
so I'll tell you the great thing happened for me earlier this year when I was thinking about because when I first moved here, I moved here from Asheville.
Okay.
And I basically got kicked out because of the hurricane. So I moved here a week after the hurricane in Asheville, and I was traveling a lot before that, so I didn't really have all my stuff with me. I had it in storage, and I was just looking, where am I going to land? And then the hurricane came, and I went, well, I'm not landing here. I think
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Charlotte. My son lives in Charlotte, so I think I'm going to go there. So
Okay.
I came here, and I'm looking for the home. And so I'm just kind of resting in an apartment. So the apartment I had on my mind, well, you know what? I need to recalibrate. I need to get myself here. I need to understand the East Coast and the energies of the weather patterns and things like that. It's my body. I feel things through my body a lot. And so earlier this year, I said, oh my gosh, I've kind of done all that. I'm recuperated. I feel better. My body's working well. I'm energetic and I'm ready to go. Okay, let's get the business out there. But my home was not in that mode. My home was still supporting me to be nurturing, comforted,
Yeah.
healthy. Okay. And after a couple of weeks of making that declaration to move forward, then I went, hey, nothing's happening. That's weird. Nothing's happening. Like, no responses from the outer world. So I said, I'm going to look at my feng shui. And I realized something really important that when you're making new goals and intentions for your life, you move the energy so that it supports that.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
So what led you into becoming a feng shui expert?
Well, I think it was just the fact that I lived in Sedona, Arizona, which is a highly, spiritual area and 8 vortexes, and the energy is amazing. And I came from Southern California, and I wasn't really aware of energy in that level. But I learned very quickly hiking
Yes.
every day.
Yeah.
I went out and I hiked every single day. And so I learned about the energy and how important it was. And then I started playing with it. well, if I do this, then what is the energy doing? You know, I started testing it out. And then over time, it proved itself. So feng shui kind of landed in my lap, and I started using it in my home. And I saw, oh my gosh, this really supports my life and my growth and where I want to go and what I
Yes.
want to achieve in this life. And it almost kind of pushed me out the door. You know, it just kind of like really helped catapult me into what I'm doing. So I haven't been doing feng shui for 25 years. Sequentially, I've been working as a spiritual mentor,
Okay.
and feng shui and essential oils
So
and a
just
lot of
putting all
other.
of that together.
That's right. When I work with somebody personally, I introduce all those things to help them round out their life.
So what's
And
a consultation from you look like?
so I'm focusing just on feng shui right now.
Okay.
So I would come in and evaluate either one room or the whole house. Different pricing. Pricing is based on the size of the home
Okay.
and how, if I have to travel really far, that's not high priority, but still it's important. And then we walk through whatever they want to do. Like right now, most people to introduce them to it, it's become very like a gift for people who work in their home to have their office feng shuied
Yes.
and to have the energy at least in that one room so that it's working well. And then they can use the map, the Bagua map, and they can copy every other room and change it according to what they learned from in their office. Because there's some basic things like you want to be in the commanding position, which is facing the door of the room that you're in, so that your energy won't be disturbed. So if you have your back to the door and somebody else or a pet is in your home and they walk through and they're in a heightened state, you would say, maybe you could use some other words, but that's what I'll use, then it disturbs you and you don't know exactly what's going on. You have to settle yourself in with feng shui and you're facing the door, then you see exactly what's going on first, and nobody has to warn you. And so you're ready to respond to whatever's happening rather than be reactive or, unsettled, and then you have to settle yourself to
Yeah.
react. So the commanding position also I get was when I walk into people's homes like this woman I with last week, and she had no room, was in the no commanding position, which meant that she was taking a secondary position to her life. So
Interesting.
somebody asked her
Yeah.
a question. So she was the type of person, or is the type of person that when you talk to her, ask her a question, she will just sorry, when she's in a conversation, she will wait to be asked a question before she responds rather than give her advice ahead of time. So she's not in command. You see the
Yeah.
difference?
Yes.
Yeah. And so it really makes you feel very, very much more in charge. Like, this is my steering wheel, baby. I'm going the way that I want to go. I'm
That's
the
right.
captain of my ship. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we only have one life to live, so let's do it right. Now, if somebody wants to get a hold of you have you come and help, what's the best way to get a hold
The
of you?
best way is to go look at my website first because
Okay.
then a lot of your questions could be answered there. So that is feng shui harmony solutions.com.
Do you want to say
So
that again one more
it's,
time?
yeah, feng shui is FENGSHUI and then harmony solutions, and it's plural.com. And that's the name of my company and my website. And my contact's very easy. You can make an appointment right away by going to my calendar, or you could call me right away or email me, text me. I don't care whatever you want to do. I'm available.
I've worked with feng shui experts for probably 50 years, and I just so respect what you do.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sweetheart. I appreciate that.
It does make a difference.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And for the people who are actually really interested in their spiritual growth, this
Yes.
will catapult your growth tremendously and without effort.
Well, you
This is,
can't go wrong there.
I know, right? It's like you really can have your life working for you without working so hard
Okay.
anymore.
You have
Yeah.
been a joy.
Oh, you're so sweet. Let's have lunch sometime.
I would love it. I would love it.
Right, me
And I
too.
won't wear as much jewelry because I probably wear too much of that too.
No, you could feng shui your body if you want. I
If
feng shui
you're,
my car, my body, everything. My
well, thank
website
you
is even
again,
feng
and
shui.
please contact her and do yourself a favor. Get your home working for you. And if you're a person that we should know, please email me at designingdr@gmail.com. That's DESIGNINGDR@gmail.com. Until we meet again, everybody go and make it a great day. Thank you so much.
Good, thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Let's talk soon.
Yes, definitely. Have
Okay.
a really beautiful day.
Thank you.